Hey guys, we are back, and we actually need to go talk to Piper. Like I said in the last video, which we'll have, of course, a copy down below at the end of this video, even though she was at her house, the quest marker says to go to Diamond City and talk to her. And guess what happens when you get to her house in Diamond City? She's there.
Well, Valentine walks into my office.
What the heck? Why can everyone teleport?
Whoa,
Here's another algae.
what happened?
Finally
Is it
letting me
because it's green on that cup?
Yep. That's why part of it disappears. It looks like I'm drinking nothing out of nothing.
We need help. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my baby. But that wasn't all. He was
Yeah.
working with the Institute. They gave him shot.
the institute.
Yeah. The Institute.
I've been investigating these creatures.
So I had to drink a couple bottles of wine before I could work up and talk about this again.
Sometimes they snatch people in the night. Sometimes they leave old sins behind to remind us about them. But to this day, there's one thing that I've noticed.
Where the Institute actually is.
How did you get all the way over here? I mean, obviously I told you where I was going, but
The guy who just handed him Sean.
What about him?
He had to have a way in and but we both know that.
Any other ideas?
Talk about a little dead end.
So, murderer and kidnapper gets his brain blown out by the Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So,
yeah, what do we do?
Gets his brain. You know, he may not need the man.
I'm thirsty and hungry.
You're
Yay.
talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. You live the past moments in your mind, it clears the day they happen.
What's good neighbor?
Anyone could get a dead brain to sing. It would be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story first.
Huh, fair enough.
Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if it's work.
Nick, oh, seriously?
I know it's prison, but what choice do we have? Got no lead, nothing.
I have to agree with Piper.
Mercer brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this
Yeah,
thing
they,
attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so...
well, I
I have
want.
to go to the memory den either way.
Yeah, you already need to go,
Amari.
and I don't need to actually send her to my house yet.
Just
So
say so.
bring Piper. Because that way when I'm done, I can send her home.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble.
You know, I wish you could send Nate there too.
We're gonna get your boy back.
Yeah, look at all that experience.
More steps.
Just a few more steps. Yeah, Nate just stays here working. I mean, there's a mod that lets you take her with you, which could be fun, but
What's up?
I just wish you could send her over there and be like, here.
No. The Institute has odd ways. The
Yeah.
Nickel entangled with them once. The railroad still does. And even got some notes on who does. Brotherhood of Steel.
Hmm.
You said something about the railroad?
Supposedly, they help runaway synths escape the Institute.
No. I've heard about the Freedom Trail, that's about it.
The only thing I have is a rumor.
From church doing that. I think you were with me, actually.
That Brotherhood airship is our place.
The Brotherhood of Steel doesn't do so.
I've met some guy named Dance and some scribes who wanted me to join them. I told them I'd have to think about it.
They just might have the muscle to
Yeah, they were talking about losing a lot of people, but I didn't. So they're literally starting over from scratch. Hmm.
Sounds soft, but very real thing.
Preston's trying to get it back up and going.
We should get going.
All right.
Alright, Nate. Keep the place running. I'm hungry and thirsty. Let me see. See. Talk to Dr. Amari. That's the part we're at. We need to go to Good Neighbor. Haven't been there yet, so this will be fun because we're going to have to get somewhere near Good Neighbor. There we go. I didn't run into anything. I literally flew a vertebrate over there and walked the rest of the way. I thought it'd be too boring.
Hold up there.
I wanted to get it within this time frame, so I didn't fast forward it. I do apologize for that, but yeah, what the heck are you talking about, man?
That's right.
I didn't want the video to go too long and you just watching me fast
Personal
forward
protection.
running.
You hand over everything
So-
you got in them pockets. Accidents, not
Oh,
enemies.
you're a big tough guy. I see. Trying to like gang and thug me. Who are you? Look like a freaking pirate. Why am I crouched down? What's going on?
What do you care? She ain't one of us.
I like how he just walked by. Hey, Nick? Okay.
Keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day.
Okay, well, he must be the mayor because he just said that one day he'll be the mayor. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just shank him in front of everyone. Alright. Best way to get introduced.
You're a ghoul?
That's right. Like my face. I think it gives me a sexy feeling of
No, not that I know of.
walking around feels like me around here.
Although on my other playthrough, he was one of the few that I didn't actually ever take with me. I didn't take the Exo-1 guy from the synth,
Good name.
the synth, and I never took Hancock.
That's right. We cobbled this little neighborhood together out of the fruits.
I believe I traveled with everyone else.
We'll see. We make enough friends here. Always was always enough. So long as you
Alright. Fair enough. I mean,
I can carry something.
no one else is gonna say anything. Don't look at me like that. What else am I doing with that stuff?
Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill before discretion.
Okay,
Except me.
good idea. Robot shopkeepers. They could work all night.
What are you?
Maybe, can't you tell?
Huh. Okay,
Oh,
let's try this.
it's just all those metal plates. You're a robot, right? A very womanly robot.
Designation
Yeah, I passed the charisma check on a remote robot.
designed to provide a variety of security-related tasks to the modern man.
Security related, okay.
Why work for the man when you can work for yourself? New designation. KLE.
Huh. It's a very interesting way of thinking.
Robot enough for you, smooth talker? Now what are you buying?
You're an
Well, wait, hang on.
That's what my neighbors called me. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a woman. And I run a
Fair
store
enough.
that sells very large.
I know she's supposed to have a very special couple of guns.
I'll take a look.
I think one does like extra damage to humans, and it's like a missile launcher, which already does a lot of damage. I believe. Yeah. It does 162 and does 50% more damage to humans. That's already. What, half of 16 is 8? That's 240 something damage. Before you get anything like. What if I got perks? What if I modded it? You know, like. Fixed it up. It's a lot of damage you can do. I mean, you can also blow yourself up. And this is why I like getting the perk that says, I can't hurt my companion, they can't hurt me. In case I, that. I still don't give them rocket launchers or mini nuke things. I will not give that to people because the computer automatically equips stuff like that. I say that, but it actually just See, why am I in combat? He's dead. It equips the best weapon. So, I mean, I say that, and at one point Nick was beating Kellogg with a shock baton over a gun. That's what confuses me. There's like a building there and some park benches. What's up, buddy? That's where we're supposed to be going. But I mean, I've never been here, so I have no idea what this place has in store. You can get the quest through the Silver Shroud stuff, see? There's so many little miscellaneous things I could do. I get sidetracked really easily. Like I said, we got the Cabot quest to do. We're gonna go pick up Kate here soon. So she's gonna give us her quest. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna take up. Well, they're doing just those two quests. I don't know if that's gonna take up episodes 21 through 30, so we can run and go do Nuka World. I'm sorry, but if not, we'll start doing what is it?
Now
Oh,
that is some.
Brotherhood of Steel
Check out those
is
hydraulics.
after the Minutemen, and I think Railroad is 2 quests. It's like there's a quest in there. Let's go get a robot that makes beer. You can go in there and get McCready. See, there's so much I could do. That's what I'm saying. Even after we've done all, like after episode 40 and we've done all the DLCs, there's still gonna be so many things we can do in survival and having fun and stuff. But when we get to that point, we can kind of slow down and just do like a fun survival video. You bet your butt I'm gonna start jumping into doing like the zombie playthrough, because I would love to go to Far Harbor, replacing stuff with zombies. Because at some point you can replace creatures. It's the only thing I don't want to replace with the ghouls, because you gotta have food, and it just doesn't seem like it. Some things seem like they'd be able to fight off a ghoul.
But I'll sell you a steak. 100 cats.
So like I said, super mutants seem like they'd make it the longest. But
Thanks.
that would be kind of cool, just be running across some of the people out there, be like, nope, ghouls. On top of all the other creatures. Like I said, it does kind of warn you and says there's a chance you're going to mess up some quests or some things because of that. See, why am I still in combat? And there's the woman whose clothes were copied, Irma. I mean, all the mod does is let you make like armored versions of the corset that Kate wears, Irma's dress, the same stuff Ellie wears, like the flowery dress, the red dress. I believe those are all the ones you can basically take it and like upgrade it. Like Irma's dress, if you upgrade it to like they all start off with like stage 1 armor, basic. Like you get plus certain stats, and then you get 5. Level 2 I don't remember, but level 3 is like 200 defense for damage reduction. But it's armored. What's up, lady?
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg.
Yeah, I kinda
But he's
lost my temper on this
I know
guy.
a chance
But he knows where my son is, and I need help.
Are you doing that? It's like the fact that you're asking me to defy the corpse. You don't realize that the memory simulators require
It's whatever, brain.
living wills to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Mari. Biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this. So do we.
I'll take a look, but no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Yeah,
Here's what
I had to carry it the whole way here,
This isn't a brain.
and that was kind of weird.
Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface.
Circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Like how you wearing a Vault Tech outfit, lady.
Nixon Oldham also. Is he still compatible?
It's exactly what I was thinking. If we're lucky, it should hook right in.
It's kind of creepy. I'm just like,
This works. Mr.
what do you
Van
see?
Horn did
Can you
tremendous
remember
analysis.
stuff? That would be
We're
weird.
talking about wireless.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
Hey, appreciate this, Nick.
Right.
Very heartwarming. Thank you, Nick. Alright,
Start cackling like an old
so I need to get into the pod.
me out, okay?
Oh, that's right. She had to hook it up to his brain first.
I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be helpful.
Are you feeling any different?
A lot of flashes. Static.
It's okay, Nick. You can do this.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded.
We have something useful there.
There's a lock on the memories and impact.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is
Huh,
including
that's a good
all
question.
mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like
Probably why there's all the neural stuff locked in there. In case someone ever killed him. You gotta protect
single mind.
anything about the Institute.
What if we used to? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into memory libraries. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. You act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories you find.
Yeah, see, I don't know if you have any idea what you're talking about.
Any idea of
You know what you should be saying? Like and subscribe to this video
But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe,
as I dive into someone's brain.
I doubt it'll be
That'd be a good idea.
All right, let's get started.
just
See, I don't always pick sarcastic, but sometimes it just seems right. It's fun. Okay, there's that. Sit in the memory lounge. Okay. See, it just makes it sound like we're gonna die. Don't say that. I like how you duck when you probably could have walked in a little easier. I like how that thing
Hey, Piper.
shows up on the screen at either.
Here. Something to keep sharp.
Thanks. I like free Nuka-Colas.
Your thoughts?
Have any more questions about the Institute's end before?
We
No, I
should
don't
get
need
going.
it. You've already given me some information on all that. Okay. Still says I'm in combat. I need to fix that. Okay, let's go outside. Maybe we can just figure out something. I believe some craziness goes down here in a minute. Maybe it's just I have to watch this cutscene-ish thing.
Freaks gotta stick together. That's what it's
Yay, freaks.
feel me? Yeah, you tell it like it is, Now, what out there in our big friendly comic book? I want some what kind of twisted oil they really put on it? I heard a lot of bees for That's right. Who's that?
Yeah, I've taken down enough of those guys. I do like how this is like a back alleys because it's the back of buildings and this is like a front of like a. I don't even know yet because I haven't been in there. You know, there's buildings over there that I just came out of that are in front. This town was very popular here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Institute. I mean, it didn't seem like a bad town. It just seems like they have certain set of rules, and they just kind of stick together. Yeah, they mowed down a guy when this was going on. They shot him.
Stops cheating on his wife. I mean, the man wasn't
I didn't catch that on
but he was.
because my it hit the end of my recording time, and I had to hit the button again because I heard gunshots.
Look, we gotta clean up here. You keep close to your buildings, alright?
See, synth component. I mean, he's dead and now they can tell that he's machine. But if you notice, that's what he said. You look for things that just don't make sense. And then once they don't start making sense, you have to just start questioning things. I mean, look at Diamond City. They shot a dude there too. Started freaking out. He was gonna kill everybody. He was a human, but he thought his brother was a synth. So he shot him. This guy was one. Apparently, he changed his ways completely and crazily. Now, can I get in there that this has been over with? All right. And if this didn't work, I had to look it up. But if that didn't work, that little scene where they shoot that guy, if for some reason it still says you're in combat, you can go down one of the back alleyways, or you can go into a building that you have to lockpick. But the guys in there are basically like a gang of thugs, and they'll automatically attack you for no apparent reason. But if you kill them, it says basically you're out of combat, you can do this. Which, it makes sense. But I think like as soon as you get out of the memory den, you just hang a right and there's like an alleyway and you go left. There's like 3 guys and they're like, blah, 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 wrong day for you, blah, blah. And they'll attack you and you can gun them down. It says that's the easiest way to get in and out of combat.
Appears to be working. Older memories.
It's creepy looking. You get to explore memories.
Try to step you through
Other than that, you'd have to like leave Good Neighbor and actually go find an enemy.
what gives
Which
us
I think it
something
said if that you have to do that, you go out until you can turn left and keep going, you'll find. Usually it says there's like super mutants over there camped out.
This is the earliest intact memory you can find.
So, but that worked for us, so we didn't have to worry about it. In between the memories, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because it's just me walking. So now we can actually go through the memories as if we were Kellogg,
You are experiencing
because we're looking
memories
through
Kellogg.
the brain
This may prove disorienting.
that's connected to Nick, which is basically mean we're looking through his eyes for what he saw. NCR, huh? Man, they speak a lot about that in New Vegas. That's where you're at.
What's it you want? Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you. Listen to me.
The good old days.
Take this. You're old enough.
They were like, well, we don't need you to go to school. We need to do this.
It's your job to protect
I need you to
us.
do this. I need you to grow this.
But
They don't teach you enough anyways. Nowadays, it's like, you gotta go. Your parents get your ticket.
And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world
Is that the pistols that
gun.
his mom gave him? Ooh, is that the one we had? That's sentimental.
If you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. We'll let you know.
You've always been a good boy. This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
Everybody disappears.
There
You're supposed to be
appears
able to
another
interact.
Intact memory close to you in temporary seas.
Oh look, in Path, you're supposed to be able to interact with stuff and listen to
Try
things.
that one.
Because I remember you can click it and it'll tell you like tidbits of what basically his thoughts on the idea of, what he was thinking. See, look. I don't know if it was because we waited too long or we took off, but see,
Mom knew how it was.
everything freezes.
She
We
wasn't
can listen to
soft,
it.
but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know.
Also, you can tell because he has his access memory, and mom in this case, or it says me access memory.
I was such a dumb
So you know
back
you
then.
can get more info.
What did
See, I could
know
have just
about how
continued
the
on
world worked?
and not even listened to any of
I
this,
think
and
now
just went,
she wanted me
okay,
to
heard what
be
you said,
I should have.
If you already played the game, yeah, I could see it.
Ended up
I mean, I
running
have,
away.
but since I'm showing you guys the
Told
story,
myself I wanted to find someone
why not?
out from
But
under
yes,
the
you
thumb
could
that
just be
fits
like,
all
I've already played through it.
rules.
Let it just go on through until she says to go
Really?
on and move on.
I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now.
Which
though.
kind of does help to speed up things if you're trying to get through stuff that way.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the Raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Alright. Because remember, this is what he thinks of the situation. Because you know, like when you have a memory and you're like, oh, I remember how that happened, and you think about the memory and you're like, well, I remember this and that. Like, see?
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
And if you notice,
about
everything
happiness
stops.
is-
So you don't have the overlapping of words, but also
Had it.
pauses.
It's calm.
It's like you would remember that part and be like,
I mean, you may
yeah,
think to
I
yourself
think about
you're
that.
happy,
I remember cooking. You know,
focus on that.
yeah, we were happy. You know, stuff like that. When you recall the memory later and you're like, and you have thoughts
It's only
about it.
looking back
Sarah,
by comparison with what comes after.
I'm actually just looking to see what all I can interact with while he's talking.
That's what
Mary.
happiness felt like.
Seems like just a few things in this one.
Come on, Sarah. You gotta give me a chance.
Looks kind of the same, but a little different.
God
Look,
was the worst thing that ever happened.
you can tell that he's still there. There's a Golden Gate Bridge from California.
She'd never met me. She
So
just
at this
didn't know.
point,
Maybe
he hadn't made it
got
all the way
someone
across
to kill people
the United
for a living.
States. Which would
Probably
be
been happy
a really
if she wanted
interesting,
me.
like, little sub game that they could make. Think about that. Actually play through Kellogg's life. I mean, you know, you're gonna fight the Lone Wanderer at the end, or the Sole Survivor, whatever we're called, whatever. But just learning the different choices he had to make.
Should have a daughter.
Actually, maybe letting it affect him a little different. So the final fight is you versus the other person. Maybe you start winning, maybe whatever. And then you actually get to do, you know, go against, yeah, we know you're gonna lose, but what if it's like some kind of epic battle, you know, they could, since the game is focused on it, they can choreograph it so well, your sins get taken down, you're fighting this person, you know, whatever. You think you're gonna win, and then all of a sudden they turn something on you, and it's like, you know, you could go, not just this, but think about it, you could go take their kid, bring their kid to the Institute, do all these other missions, like, basically have like side quests for the game, to do extra stuff for the Institute, where they had you looking for Virgil at one point. That would be cool. As long as the game lets you pick, like, either one, if you could load the save file and be like, okay, well, you know, just to get the idea, be like, okay, well, you're fighting a woman, this is what she looked like, this is what she was wearing, that's who your last boss is going to be, and the companion they have is this. You know, even if it asked you at the end of the game, you know, last time you saw him, what did you see him with? Well, my sense saw them with so-and-so, and stuff like that.
How did you think this was going to end, Kellogg?
And be like, who? They saw him with this?
Thought you could just
Oh, okay,
fuck
yeah.
with us.
You know, I think that'd be
Fuck
fun.
with you.
It'd be neat. I mean, I know they're pumping out
Just so you know,
another game, and then they said they're still going to work on Fallout 5,
like
but
dogs.
sub-characters like that would be cool to have it on little game.
There to help them.
Especially like, see, like this would be a cool fight. Because you know you have to survive to the end of the game to die. But I mean, come on. You gotta tell me that wouldn't be fun. That would be great. That was a quick memory. You can literally click on Kellogg and that's it. Run! There's a lot of people to check on.
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going.
Important thing in here,
Mostly wandering east.
I want you to watch the bartender.
Getting as far away from
I don't know if they
San
noticed
Francisco
this, or if they just didn't
maybe.
fix it, or what. You see how everyone freezes when you're listening to what they're saying?
There was always a job. for
bartender-
someone like me.
Always is watching you.
Didn't matter what it was.
Literally can move
Didn't
head.
matter who I was
See?
supposed to kill.
Right now she's frozen. She can't
Yeah,
watch you right now
good
because
at
you're
it.
listening to like a thought about this memory. She's looking at you.
So,
And the reason I know is, you know, people say, you know, she's just looking that direction. I moved. See?
I don't remember much from that time.
No matter where you go,
It all kind of.
watch. We moved a little off to the side, right, while we're listening to this memory.
There's always a bar, though. That's universal.
See, I'm talking. She's looking at me. See? She's looking. Here we go. See? I technically am not here. In there. I'm looking at Kellogg's memories as though it were mine through Nick's mind. I'm literally nothingness.
It's like
I don't exist.
live down the creek.
So how could you see me?
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
I think that's the wrong direction. It is. Let's go this way. Ooh, okay.
Mr. Keller.
Ooh, the creepy sense.
So, first sense weren't all that impressive.
That one doesn't even have a jaw.
Good, but not that good.
That's even creepier.
But
I
the
don't think any
Institute
of them
could
do.
always make more. It kept making
he's got like a
better
bunch of
each time.
Metal armor.
You still
I guess in
can
case he gets
increase,
shot in the
but
chest, but holy crud.
You have to get used
Creepy,
to
so
it
you-
if you want to work with the Institute.
Hello. Huh, this is Institute property. That's creepy.
I wanted to see for myself.
I mean, could you imagine just a thing just being like,
Finally ended up in the Commonwealth.
ah,
Okay,
don't run away.
ran out of road.
I'm here to help.
Plus,
This is the Institute.
I
Blah,
come to
blah,
terms
blah.
with life. I wasn't going to be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the
Creepy
world.
looking.
And the world had it coming.
We do, as you can see.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute.
So even he was
But I
just like,
figured you were just
they
a
don't
confused
exist.
boogeyman for anything bad
There's no
that
way.
ever happened. They were
Surprise.
real, all right.
but I mean, come
I
on.
didn't know anything about operating.
You also get to figure out how bad A is. See, they could make this even more intricate. What if there was more than three?
They had the
Maybe he
resources
just
I
remembers three because
And I had
stuff
the
in his head. But what if it was
expertise they needed.
these three showed up, she
Turned
said
into a
something,
permanent arrangement.
and she sent off some signal, and it's like,
Just
oh.
fine.
So when they went back, more of them jumped him, just as a double check precaution to make sure he was good. And take down like
Of our operation.
6 of them.
This must stop.
No, I didn't. Just ideas.
Pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I can see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Keller?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I mean, it's a good proposition.
I don't fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B748. Initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about.
See, you could have shot her in the face.
Getting warmer. One of
Then again, he probably thought, well, if I kill her, then they'll just send a whole horde of me to hunt me down. That's probably why he stood there like, kill her.
Looks mostly intact. Connecting.
So, but then they would just send more. They would send more than 3 after me, and I'd probably die. Or I could just let her basically just stare and be like, me and you. You gonna do it now? Yeah, we're getting close. How old is this dude?
Big heads never like taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate
I
like
mean,
me.
NCR. We'd have to look up. I'd have to look it back in the lore and see when the NCR was formed because he was a kid then. So I mean, he wasn't around that much while this was going on. There's people.
Just find it.
This is also where they think that you're actually a synth. It was put in a cryo tube whenever your actual body froze because all the people are dead. Except for you. So they think maybe you actually died, and
This one stood out.
since Sean worked out, it was like one of
I
those.
didn't know then who it
Why do
was,
we need
but
her?
gravity
Just kill her.
was involved.
What? Just unfreeze her or whatever, or overfreeze her. Do whatever you gotta do. Just push
Not
the button.
really.
What does it matter? And then maybe whenever he grew up, it's like, I have an
I never
idea.
knew why we
What
didn't
if
freeze the rest of them?
we make a synth and see what she would do?
Guess the old man
Who knows?
wants so many loose
Also, like I
ends.
said, the fact of how old he is when you find
Too
him,
bad he left alive
Kellogg
with one
took him as a
person he
baby.
shouldn't have.
So Kellogg's got to be pretty freaking old. See, I thought that was us for a second. I was like, wait,
I never
no.
knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders.
Should be down at the.
Guess the old
Back
man
up,
didn't
yeah.
want so many loose ends. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but
Ooh, this is gonna be heartbreaking. watching this happen all over
But
again.
it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
What was his
Even
thoughts on
then,
me?
It was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge.
True,
No
because
one better.
his family was murdered too.
But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller. Even if
He
she
did say he was going to give me
somehow got
50-50
bought out.
odds to get to Diamond City.
At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too.
I like that. At least the
She could take
Institute's
me
got
out.
something coming for him.
They won't be able to hide from her for long.
So that means someone was able to find in there and
Open it.
like, oh look, there's actually a baby in there. Because that's what they were looking for. They're basically looking for a vault where people have been in there the whole time. Some vaults opened up and traded with people, some vaults that means they've been exposed. They want someone who's never been exposed to radiation. And like I said, the one vault you find has been traded with people, so they've been exposed slightly, but it's close. Other ones have been just emptied out because people are dead.
God damn it. Get the
Which
kid
makes
out
sense
of
now
here.
why he's like,
Let's
get the
go.
kid out of here. Because it makes him think of his daughter, and it's just like,
Still have backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
yeah, for Vault Tech trying an experiment on us,
Almost finished.
and it going
Just need
cuckoo.
to- All right, we're good.
I'm,
Hmm.
sorry you had to go through that again.
Yeah, but at least it'll maybe help me get him back. Just at least we know this place.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. Good news, I
See,
think.
my question
Wasn't my idea.
Is that
to settle
Sean?
down with the
Or is that
kid
the
in
Synth?
the middle of Diamond City.
just because remember he wanted to see
Terrible idea.
what he would do, how he would react if he lived in a, not in the Institute, but
One of
in
old
the real
man's
world.
pet
How,
projects,
would he been able to
so
survive? How would he have reacted? That's why he wants you to take this the
You have to live
synth
that
Sean
way.
with you.
I ended
So
up
here's the
kinda
thing:
liking it.
what?
A reminder of what my life might have been if things had.
I assume by now he's got to be grown. Everyone's grown up.
But there's no going back.
Because Nick even
I
said
know
when
it's
last time he
just
saw me, he had a
temporary.
10-year-old kid.
It'd be back to
So
normal
I'm
business
thinking
before
that's
too
the
long.
synth version. I don't remember if it tells you in the game. Hopefully we'll find out
This
later.
whole setup in Diamond City
That would be
is
cool.
part of some elaborate.
Because I know there's a synth version later on. You find him and you running. You can go right up to the kid and start freaking out on him, being like,
For our friend.
"Oh my goodness, you're right here! Yes, yes, yes!" And then basically
Couldn't have been an
they
accident.
walk in and they're just like,
That's not how the old
da
man
da da
works.
shut down, and he just kind of goes.
I wonder if he outsmarted me.
They use his activation code to shut him off, and it's like,
Tied up.
"What did you do to my child?" And then they have to tell you the horrible news. That's not Sean. Even after I freaking color my hair, it still disappears. It's crazy. And see, after,
It's okay.
and that's the one
These days you're gonna get
I've
your
never
heart
used either.
just arguing.
Hancock nor that guy. But I do wonder what they would say. Like him and Nick would say of like
Forget I said
when you switch companions.
So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists.
This is also the last part of the main story we do. After this, we will stop.
That's it.
We will move on
He's gone rogue.
to the Miniman quest because, like I said, we do this to help everyone grow little by little. So at the end of the game, everyone's they're not completely okay with everybody, but when we do the Miniman quest, they'll have settlements out there, and they'll start sending Miniman people out, and you'll actually see them just like patrolling areas you've cleared out,
Just elimination.
and then we'll help the Brotherhood. I think it's like 3 or 4 quests. We do it up to a certain point, and same thing. They'll start establishing themselves. Same with the railroad, not so much, because I know it's only 2 quests. That's where we join them.
I guess you're taking
I mean, I do like the idea of the, like, I know there's a quest you get from Tinker Tom. It's sort of repeatable. It's just like, hey, climb to this building, put this beacon out.
Yes.
we're gonna find the Institute.
Next to me.
Which, yeah, wouldn't mind doing those, but
Okay.
same thing. It's not really the fact of they'll spread out a lot because they want to stay in the shadows, but they'll kind of, it helps them get the word out with things.
X688.
And then we'll go back to the main story, and we'll go a little bit through each one. Like I said, up to, there's a certain point where literally we stop the game, we have to decide who do we side with and which way do we go about it. Do we destroy the Institute, or do we just go in there and take what we want?
Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found
Yeah.
the entrance to the
That's the crazy part.
because there is no entrance.
Because if there is no entrance, there you go.
Pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Pull me out. Okay, well here's the thing. How do I get out? Oh. You didn't tell me to use the TV. Was this the Matrix? Answer the phone? Suck me out of it? Huh. Please stand by.
I don't know what kind of
Side effects.
procedure might have
All I know is I see Piper
no one's ever
just standing directly in front of me. Talk to Dr. Amari. Piper liked that. Valentine liked that. I have no idea what they liked. But okay. I guess because when you do a certain quest, it's like a one-time, this person loved this kind of thing.
Are you seeing any
Because I know there are some quests where it's like that. If you take this person with you, they'll be like, "You are amazing. I love you."
As I said
Kind of
before,
thing.
This is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint,
Okay.
you're fine. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
You were
Yeah.
along for the ride, weren't you? You saw what I saw.
Yes, but it's important we review everything together.
Huh.
In case either of us missed anything.
Makes sense. I talk about what I saw, you talk about what you saw, and see, make sure that certain things match up. Maybe I saw something you didn't, you saw something I didn't.
Yes, their
Fill in
greatest
some
secret
blanks.
has finally been revealed.
Now I see why Nick likes
But
you.
that only leads to more questions. How's it work? Where do we go next?
Yeah, exactly.
That scientist, Kellogg, was supposed to track down.
That's the other thing. Who do we build the teleporter with?
A road
Which settlement do we build it in?
would answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea?
Because that also makes a difference with how we get into the Institute if we're going that path.
Why? What makes the
Then we can just build it at the castle.
A name says it all. Radiation.
Let the Minutemen be like, here you go.
Nothing there could possibly live. Navigating radioactive
The regular one I use the railroad because it made sense. Bring them in there and help save sense.
doesn't make sense. Virgin flame into that cavern. Exposure alone.
I mean,
That's why he's there.
the Brotherhood
To
could make
the
sense.
Institute think twice about following him.
I just don't want to go through killing everybody because if you're friends with the Brotherhood, then it's like everyone else hates you. It's kind of not what I'm going for. There's a way to do it though where everyone likes you. It's just you can't talk to Max and you can't talk to
How do I
Pam.
fight that much radiation?
Because if you go to talk to Max, then it's one of those who just he won't talk to you. And there's a woman that's usually with them, and if you talk to her, it starts a quest, and the whole game just goes cuckoo. It's like, go do this. Now these people hate you. If you go talk to Pam, she does the same thing. We need to do this to the Brotherhood.
Find a way to get through the rats. Don't worry.
I can get through the rats. I'll figure out something. That's why we're gonna go looking around, helping some settlements here in a minute, like Preston wanted. We start helping people, they're more willing to give me information. The more information they give me, I can learn. You know, yeah, the glowing sea. I know what kind of where you told me where it's at. Maybe they've heard about people going in there. Maybe they've heard of how to get rid of rads
They're
so
valid.
fast.
I got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right.
What?
I should have killed you when we were on ice.
That's crazy. Or it could have
What did
been,
you say?
you know, like I said, the more they get established out there,
Sounded like Kellogg just
you
then.
sound like Kellogg. The more
There might be some.
they can hear rumors and tell me.
I feel fine, so let's get going.
I need
Or
those
could head
things.
back to Diamond City.
Yeah, you go ahead and go back. I'm gonna keep Piper with me.
See you around.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Yeah, I'm saving you, the rest of you, for Far Harbor. So there's a mod. Actually, the Silver Shroud base is in here. I'll wait till we do the little sub quest, and then I'll actually go get. There's a key you pick up in here and all that stuff. Rataways, buff out, dirty water. Yeah, that's what I need. Stuff that gives me radiation. But if you really think about it, if we start getting the word, we can figure out kind of where that we should enter. Maybe there's a place, the glowing sea, that starts off with less rads, so we can make it further in there before we start cooking inside of our suit and having to drink. I'm sorry, inject ourselves with Radaway and take Rad-X like crazy. Which is another thing I need to stock up on, is Rad-X, because I can just be like, yay, less radiation. I don't have to remove it as fast. I'm just trying to remember which one of them actually increases something. Because I know Radaway, like, when you use it, it lowers your immune system. So you're like, I have a chance to get sick easier. But a whole bunch of rads are going away. Because you gotta remember what happens at the end. Yeah, it takes time because we're in survival. We gotta get there, get back here, take a break, go talk to Preston and be like, hey, you know what, I've decided, yes, I will help you. I needed time to think. I went out in the world and explored, and I've talked to people, so I'm ready to help. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.